Chicken here, bring you another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, we're going to be going over quite a bit of stuff, actually. So strap yourselves in. It's going to be an interesting one. So we're going to be talking about today some tips and tricks to get far on the mega turtle, or the mega crab, or the mega walrus, whatever it happens to be, guys. So just some general tips and strategies and things that I think everyone should do if you're planning to really try to push on the mega crab, turtle, walrus. And also, guys, we had an update today. Now, a bit different of an update. This update was just to fix all the stuff that was put out in the actual update. So, supposedly, everything is fixed now. Now, I haven't had much time to actually play since the update was launched, but it does seem to be working a little bit better. I understand there are some kind of strange bugs still going around, like disappearing troops on certain, or like some operation attacks you do, like Humble Pie and things like that. You do your attack and then it doesn't generate, and then it shows something different in the replay, and it's like very strange stuff. So hopefully that gets taken care of soon. That was an excellent hit by Mr. Poing, guys. Big shout out to Mr. Poing. And before we get into the Mega Turtle stuff, we are going to be using Private Bullit with the, I guess we'll load up Rifle Krauzuka Medic. We're going to use a bunch of different strategies today. So for the first early stages of Dr. Terrence, I want to use just the energy drink and see how this is going to work. And then we're going to use the Shock Knuckles with Heavy Zuka and some other different strategies, all about Bullit, guys. Still learning the new hero and stuff, but yeah. So in terms of the Mega Turtle, some key things. So the number one goes without saying. Most important thing that you can do right now, guys, is to subscribe to get endless reserves, and subscribe to the chicken as well. I mean, if you want to see when the Mega Crab is landing down, definitely subscribe and hit those notifications. But subscribing to Endless Reserves is going to get you a little bit farther than subscribing to the chicken. So this is something that I'm very excited about for this turtle crab, because I usually spend, I've said this before in stream stuff, I've usually spent like 150 bucks just on troop reload times in past crabs, just because to take advantage of your boost, you have to gem your troops. You can't just wait. And if you're trying to push, you don't have time to waste. So, very excited to have Endless Reserves this time around. But that also means Chicken is not going to get the advantage that he used to over diamonding the troops, because I feel like a lot of people are going to get Endless Reserves for the crab this time, and that isn't, like, by all means, that's a fantastic idea, and it's gonna really help out a lot of people. So I'm excited to see how that plays out. So the next tip, the next hashtag chicken tip, guys, is going to be have a couple statues, have a couple magma guardians in your statue garage. So I might plan on doing a bit of a statue swap. But the problem with this is I'm also pushing VP and trying to push the task force leaderboards all at the same time. So if I do put out another troop health magma guardian, just make sure that you got one in backup in storage, because it's gonna be difficult to. It's really difficult to get perfect magma guardians. I've gone like. I got pretty lucky recently. I actually pulled a 13 and a 14 damage and health in the same day, which was pretty insane. I haven't had any kind of luck like that before, but yeah, it's difficult. So if you're gonna go ahead and change your statue, just make sure you have some backup statues in your storage, so you don't get so you don't just have something that's optimal for the crab, turtle, walrus, but then sucks to actually play the rest of the game, which is what you're going to be doing 99% of the time, right? So little things like that go a long way in terms of statues. So next up is what we're going to be doing here in a second, if we can get there. You want to practice, if say you clear your map with Rifle Krauzuka Medic or with Warriors or T-Meds. T-Meds are going to be okay, but don't ignore troops that you want to use that you're going to need to use on the Mega Crab. Don't ignore them until the crab itself. Make sure that you practice some 2-6 Heavy Zuka, some 4-4 Scorcher Tank, things like that, and especially playing around with Bullit, since we don't really know the optimal ways to use him yet. Sure, he's good, just throwing him out there, but it's definitely tricky. So we're going to be, we're actually going to be upgrading the Shock Knuckles again. And we're going to get that to level 4. So we almost got the Shock Knuckles maxed out. It's actually going to take a very long time to grind out those hero tokens, but we'll eventually get there. So let's use the Shock Knuckles, and let's use 2/6 Heavy Zuka and see what we can get done. So 2/6 Heavy Zuka is probably going to be the best strategy for the Mega Turtle Crab Walrus later on. At the start, the levels are so easy because it's made for everyone to be able to get to basically stage 20 more or less. That you're just going to be better off with armored units if you're a max player with even a couple offensive statues. It's just going to be super, super easy to just go ahead and throw out the Scorchers and Tanks and then just let them clear everything. So usually that's a viable strategy up until around stage 20. Usually at stage 20 you have to start kind of paying attention. So yeah, I would say start out with armored units. Especially if you're going to be waking up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, like Chicken is, to make sure you get everything that you can out of the crab. So you see right there, the flamethrower actually touched us, but we didn't lose like all of our troops like we normally would on the if the bugs were still happening. So that is definitely good to see, guys. But yeah, make sure you start out with armored units if you're a max level player, or warriors work just as well. But there is like a little bit of a risk when you're using warriors because you could technically screw something up and they all just die. With armored units, as long as you throw them down, you're gonna be fine for the first 20 stages. But yeah, so be familiar with armored units. Don't practice them too much. Practice more so with heavies and Zukas and with battle orders, because that is going to be the ultimate crab combination, guys. So let's try to see if we can get Bullit here in a decent position to use the Shock Knuckles. So you don't want to, when you're using Private Bullit with the Shock Knuckles, guys, you don't want to just throw him out there and then get him up close. Like, there has to be a reason that you're bringing him. So what I'm going to try to do here is get him on the right side and then save a shock by not having to shock any of these defenses, any of these rocket launchers mainly that are on the far side of the Dr. Terrence hut. So he's going to lock onto the HQ here. So I'm only going to shock the stuff that's behind the Zukas, and then hopefully we can clip most of these things with Private Bullit. We only got that one side, so I'm going to throw another shock down because he wasn't really angled like really well for that to work. But it's tough when the HQ is at the back. I would never really use Shock Knuckles if the HQ was like right at the back, like it was right there. Like, there's really not much point. It's kind of tough to get any sort of value out of that, and obviously we lost a lot of Zukas doing it. But either way, guys, either way. So yeah, practice the. Okay, this could work well. This could work well for Bullit. So stay tuned for this one, guys. We'll get the mines out of the way. And also, you want to have a healthy stock of power powder, but this kind of goes without saying. And at this point, if you don't really have a lot of power powder, it's you're kind of out of luck. Like, you're not gonna be able to gain like ridiculous amounts of power powder unless you just stop, unless you like boost heavily in your task force and you just stop until the crab. So yeah. But I mean, at the same time, it's not like you have to spend a ton of power powder all the time. Like, oh my god, we lost a couple Zukas there, but you don't have to blast away all your powder, especially on the first few stages. You can definitely get away with a little bit of the less boosted attack. So you see right there, we got the Shock Knuckles to spray everything behind the HQ. Which was pretty important, but it would be really nice to have them right now because I already shocked everything that the Shock Knuckles hit. So I could have used my GBE better there. I could have shocked up here and then over here instead, and then let Shock Knuckles grab everything in the middle because there wasn't anything that I was worried about that was going to shoot us down right away. So yeah, maybe we'll dive into a quick player base here, guys. Oh, he said something about the turtle. We missed it. One day you'll be back. You Commander, Evil Genius doesn't look so smart now. We've seen that a million times before, guys. So, I guess that is probably going to wrap up for the video today, guys. This is going to take too long to get into. But yeah, make sure to let me know all your tips and tricks for the Mega Turtle, Mega Crab, Mega Walrus down below in the comments, guys. That's going to wrap it up for the video today. Make sure to tune in. I probably won't do a live stream of the first... when the turtle first lands down, but we'll definitely do a stream on Saturday. I'm trying to get Beardaholic to do it with us. I think that would be a lot of fun. So let me know what you think of that down below in the comments, guys. That's going to wrap it up the video today. Make sure to leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative, and we'll see you in the next one, guys. Chicken out.